Deacon Tyrone. Welcome each and everyone to my channel. I hope everyone is doing amazing and welcome to my channel. I appreciate every single one of you and I appreciate every single one of you. Thanks for being here. Seven of Cups. My first card is Seven of Cups. Maybe someone have commitment issues. Maybe there's a choice that they needed to make, but they didn't make that choice. Ten of Swords. Maybe someone been through a painful ending in a relationship. Or maybe you've been through a major ending. Or an ending, whatever you call it. These cards are just kind of slippery. I'm just going to pick them because... See? Maybe you was with someone that wasn't able to commit or someone that had commitment issues. Maybe you moved on from the relationship and you stepped into your Empress energy. You start bossing up. You maybe been through a major change or you made major changes and this is attracting abundance for you. So everything around you is growing and is flourishing. See, Six of Pentacles. They didn't give and receive. It wasn't a balanced relationship. So you moved on because they wasn't generous. Page of Pentacles. So this is pushing you to receive something more stable for yourself. Maybe you're working on something, maybe a new job, and this is going to bring in raise for you. So whatever you're attracting, maybe you're in your King of Pentacle energy, wise, solid, and you're attracting security or you're building security. Maybe you're a High Priestess. You're in your inner knowledge, intuitive, mysterious. So you're someone that's very, very mysterious. So maybe Three of Cups, maybe this person was a rivalry, a friend. They celebrated your downfall. They didn't want to see you win in anything, but you are the Queen of Cups. And you know the Queen of Cups is going to always be supported because she's very nurturing, caring, and she's a wounded healer. Page of Cups. So maybe you're going to work with someone and maybe this person might want to be in a relationship with you, but they're a page. Two of Wands. Whatever you're working on and you're waiting on, it's gonna result good for you. Two of Pentacles. So this person juggled you in the relationship. That's why you moved on and move away. And this is why you're attracting so many things because you released that energy. Two of Swords. They didn't want to make a decision. They wanted you stuck in the middle. So that's why you had to move away and set boundaries and do your own thing. Four of Swords, and this is when you went inwards into solitude. After rest and recuperation, you moved on. And whatever you're working on, it's going to work for you. And if you have anything in the court, it's going to balance for you because integrity wins. Two of Cups. You're attracting partnership and proposal. So you're attracting partnership in love or business. So you're attracting stable things coming towards you. Five of Swords. Maybe this person that you was in a relationship was very controversial. Maybe it was an abusive relationship. They talked to you crazy, like they had no sense. Five of Cups. Now they're going through loss and regret because you bossed up, you move on, and you didn't look back. Maybe they wanted you to chase, but you didn't. You moved forward. See, King of Swords. Yes, this was a very King of Swords person. They was very sneaky. And they was very strategic. You didn't know what they had in mind, but you figured it out. Might have taken you a little time, but you got there. They thought you was a fool. Maybe they had you like a fool for a little bit because you didn't know what was going on. But you moved on, you bossed up, and you stepped out in faith on your journey. Eight of Swords. They tried to have you restricted, so that's why they tried to keep you bounded, keep you isolated so you wouldn't be able to move forward, but you bossed up and stepped into your King of Pentacles energy. Very patient, hardworking, and whatever you're working on, it's going to bring in you this big pentacle. Knight of Swords. They want to motivate you to come back, and they're going to try to come back in quick, so do not fall for that mess. Three of Wands. Whatever you're working on, it's expanding. It's going to grow for you. Maybe you're going to travel, or it's traveling, it's growing. Seven of Wands. This, you have to protect yourself against this energy because they was very competitive. And you moved on and balanced out your energy. because you're using moderation. Maybe you're tapping into your serenity side. Ace of Wands, maybe you're creating a new project, or you had the urge to create something new. So maybe you're creating a business, or you're creating stability, some form of stability in whatever shape. Seven of Pentacles. So whatever you're working on, your patience is gonna bring you great results. So if you're working on a business, it's gonna work through. If you're working on a project, it's gonna come true. So maybe if you're attracting a new partnership, it's gonna come in. So whatever you're working on, it's gonna become successful for you. So keep working on the Ace of Cups. So maybe you're gonna receive a new relationship, or someone from the past wants to revive a relationship, or maybe you're gonna have a new baby. Four of Pentacles. Be careful of that person from the past, because they're very greedy, they're lustful, they're egotistical, they're materialistic. They want to block your long-term prosperity. Maybe they're sending you negative energy. The Hierophant. See, you're a spiritual teacher, a spiritual healer, you're a teacher, and you're very knowledgeable. Knight of Wands. So maybe someone is going to come. Maybe you and this person is going to create together and work on something. Three of Swords. This person put you through a heartbreak and loss and grief. Maybe you and this person went through a divorce. For those who are getting a divorce. Five of Wands. This person was very egotistical. You guys always had disagreement. They tried to challenge you and place obstacle in front of you. So they tried to have you stuck, so you would be in your mind, so you'd be in an imprisonment mindset. They wanted you in a victim mentality. They tried to have everything so you would just crumble. But you're the Queen of Swords. You moved on, you bossed up, you said clear communication, and you held your composure. You didn't back down, because you ain't no punk. Page of Wands. Maybe someone is going to come toward you with a new idea. Maybe they want you and them to work on something, maybe something spiritual. A King of Cups is going to come towards you. Maybe someone that's very supportive, someone that's going to support you. You guys are going to work together. It's going to be a balanced energy, and it's going to be emotionally balanced. Nine of Cups, and your wishes is going to come true. So whatever you're wishing for in love, finances, or whatever, you're going to receive satisfaction and abundance. So you're attracting everything that's good. But here comes the devil, preying his horn, still obsessed with you, still lustful at you, and still greedy. Maybe they want to come in and take from you, so you wouldn't be able to have this abundance. Be careful. Watch out for the devil. Knight of Cups. So maybe you're attracting this proposal. So someone is going to come in towards you and bring you a cup. Seven of Swords. See, I told you, this person already betrayed you, and this person stole from you, whether energy, time, finances, resources, whatever they did. They're very deceptive. Ace of Pentacles. You're working on a new venture, a new project. Whatever you're working on, it's going to bring you promotion, and it's going to bring in a new income, and it's going to make you financially stable. See, and whatever you're working on, it's going to bring you the Wheel of Fortune. You're going to have good luck, good karma, whether in business, finances, love, maybe the lottery, inheritance, whatever. Or someone passed off, you might receive some money. So whatever the case, you're going to receive. See? Nine of Pentacles. You're very financially abundant. So maybe whatever you're working on, you're doing this by yourself. You're very self-sufficient. They're facing a tower, because whatever they did to you is returning back to them, because you released them and you took your energy back. So they're facing ruin. They're going through an upheaval. They're losing job. They're losing finances. They're losing homes, losing stabilities, losing health. Whatever they sent to you or wanted for you is being returned back to them. Four of Wands. Maybe this person was a family. Maybe they celebrated your downfall. Or maybe it was someone you had a family with, and they want to reunite with you. Don't fall for that shit. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Whatever the hell it is, you already know how that, what I'm just trying to say. Eight of Wands. Things is changing for you really quick. Good luck is coming in. So you're progressing So whatever you're doing is expanding, it's growing, it's elevating, it's accelerating. So it's taking off fast. The world. You completed that lesson, you ended that cycle, and you're moving on and you're attracting fulfillment. So you're attracting love, finances, financial stability, love, and good luck. 10 of Cups. Look at that. Love, harmony, and support right behind that. 6 of Cups. So see, the past wants to come back and reunite with you because they're having memories of you. They're reminiscing about you. 6 of Wands. You're going to receive victory, rewards for whatever you're working on. So whatever you're doing, it's going to work out for you. So maybe you're attracting a lover, someone that's going to love you, and they're going to be deeply committed to you. So maybe you're attracting something very stable because you're in your strength. You're in your power. So you're attracting someone very strong like you because you're giving strength. So maybe 3 of Pentacles, someone tried to collaborate with someone to block your skill and try to block you so you wouldn't been able to move. They're going to face judgment, real judgment. I call judgment on their ass. You receive this inner clarity through your inner calling and your purpose, and they're going to face judgment. They didn't want you to be this Queen of Pentacles. They didn't want you to be this boss, resourceful and strong. They didn't want you to be in your Empress energy, your strong Queen energy. Page of Swords. Maybe someone is spying on you, watching you. They're stalking you because they didn't want you to become this right here, and they're trying to block you. Whatever they're sending towards you is not working because you're happy. You're high vibrating, you're in your high energy, you're very happy, and you're receiving a happy outcome, and you're going to become successful. Maybe you're in the spotlight, maybe you're a star, you're in your star power, maybe you're someone that's very creative, you have creativity, and whatever you're doing is balancing out because you have hope, faith. So that's why it's working out for you. 4 of Cups. They contemplated about you in this relationship. They didn't want to give you love, respect, and honor because maybe they felt like you wasn't enough or you wasn't what they're looking for or they couldn't use you. So they moved on. You moved on. You didn't look back. Now they're feeling unfulfilled because they're unable to find good out there in these streets. Now they want to come back and surprise you. Maybe they got something out there. We'll see. The Hermit. In Hermit, you learn the truth about them. You got the clarity that you needed. 5 of Pentacles. Look at that right behind that. See, they wanted you in ill health. Right behind that. 10 of Wands. They wanted you stressed, burdened with responsibility. So you wouldn't been able to function and balance out yourself, balance out your life, and balance out your energy. So that's why they abandoned you, withdraw from you, and moved on because they thought you was gonna crumble. They thought you was gonna fail. Maybe they did this with a Queen of Wands. Maybe she was jealous of you because you're self-assured, your confidence. They didn't like how strong you are, how confident you are. Maybe this Queen of Wands, they didn't want you to accomplish this. 10 of Pentacles. They didn't want you to have a legacy and an inheritance. They didn't want you to be able to retire and live the good life. 9 of Swords. That's why they're facing nightmare, anxiety, and grief because whatever they wanted for you is what's going back to their ass. And this is what you're attracting. An Emperor. They didn't want you to look stable. They wanted you to look unstable so you wouldn't attract an Emperor figure. They wanted you to look like you're just some hood rat. You're some bum. You ain't shit. That's why they're going through endings. Major ending in their life. Things is just falling apart. So whatever they did behind the moon cycle is being returned back to their ass. You trusted your intuition and you move on. 8 of Pentacles. Maybe you're mastering a skill. You're working on this skill and it's going to attain success. Because you moved on, you move forward and balance out your energy. You're attracting movement because you're determined. Maybe you bought a new vehicle. Hangman, they had you stuck. Had you stuck at a crossroad because they wasn't decisive about you. They was very indecisive. So they wanted to have you stuck. So they sacrificed you by keeping you stuck. 9 of Wands. You persevere forward by setting boundaries and protecting your boundaries. Maybe they planned with a King of Wands towards you to block you. Maybe they was talking shit about you because you were so powerful. They was trying to take you down because you were so bold. They was trying to take you down, but you moved on, you relocated, and you transitioned away from them. Magician, they sent multiple magic towards you because they wanted to block you and bound you and hold you down and hold you back because they didn't want you to be able to focus so you'd be able to create and manifest your heart desires. Ace of Swords, you received the mental clarity that you needed. You came to a realization about what they was doing in the background. You moved on, you bossed up. Open source, like, subscribe.